In this new user video, I'm going to show you how to access and use the studio. In order for the studio to be set up properly, you need to have already created campaigns, liners, and inventory, which can all be found here. If you need instructions on how to create any of that, just check out some of our previous videos. So to access the studio, I'm just going to head straight up to the top bar and click on Studio. This is going to take me to the shift that is on air, or the last chosen shift. I'm going to change this to be Monday just gone and breakfast, just because this is where I've scheduled. So you can see here that down on my left are all of our scheduled contest spots in pink and liners in blue. So I'm just going to go through these. So if we click on a liner, this is what will show up. If you've watched our liner and scheduling video, you'll see that this information was put in when we created the liner, and everything that we've put in there will come up. To verify delivery, we simply just hit verify delivery and it will log the date and the time so that you can see, or so that the promotions team can see when this has been done and for any air checking purposes, etc. If you need to put one in either that's coming up or that's been and gone, we can manually put it in, backdate it or forward date it. So I'm going to go with tomorrow and we're going to go with 2 o'clock. Nothing goes to air on the 2 o'clock hour. Cool. Beautiful. So this is now we've set that up. I'm just going to hit verify and you'll see that we can say that we've done it tomorrow at 2:05. So if we're pre-recording, that's really helpful, and we can make sure that it's all still logged, so that if somebody's not in studio on air at the time, we can still keep track of it. So that's liners. Here we're going to cross over to contesting spots now. So you can see here, she's done a little bit of a different job. You can see here that we have the comments section that we've inputted, but also the credits. So you may not need both. You may just need your credit line, or your comments may just be additional information. Here I've put in the credit line when we've set up inventory. I've also created a contest sheet, 2 different credit lines. Really glad we're not on air. So to award this one, all we need to do is pop in the mobile number and then hit find listener, and you can see there that this comes up. So you can see when the last time this person won, and if they're eligible, it will show up that it's prohibited. If they are prohibited, the status will be prohibited. We can also add any comments there. So use fake name on air. Real name is Jessica, and we can go award prize. And then when we go over to the prize management section, that will come up as a note. So you can see there that these now show as delivered, and they can show how many were committed and how many were delivered. So you can see here that we've over delivered on this one and we've met commitment here. So these ones are the same. This is a cash variable, so we just do the same thing. We put in the mobile number and then the amount. And then it will just find listener and it'll be exactly the same. Let's put in Beautiful. So there you just would award the prize again. We're not going to award that one. Secret sound, this is exactly the same. So this is just a set amount of cash, and then you just pop in the number. So this can also show you prizes that have recently been awarded. We've got our presenter view windows popping up down the bottom here, hiding that, but you can see that they've also recently won cash and what the campaign was for that. This lastly is a standby list. So we're then just going to pop in that, and then that will just add them to the list and they'll get their text message. So I'm not going to award that one either. Okay. I need to have a look at why that one's not managing. But anyway, so then we go down here and we can see we've got read messages. Now, if you have Messenger enabled, this will be your best friend. That we will go through messages in a whole other video. But for now, what you need to know is that if you are on air, this is your message inbox and dashboard, and it gives you access and the ability to reply to all of the messages that come in, as well as run polls like you can see on the side in real time. But keep an eye out for our messages video for that one because there is a bit more detail to that. Down here then we go again with award manual prizes. These are the ad hoc prizes that we set up. We don't have any currently set up, so we can't actually award any at the moment. Let me just check that we don't have any. So we don't have any set up. The only prizes that will pop up in this list are any prizes marked as ad hoc. Because we don't have any set up at the moment, we can't. But that would just be the same thing. You would have your inventory item, you would select your quantity that the winner will be getting, and then the campaign that they're attached to. You then have your browse liners book. This was created for people who wanted to have, like, for example, a liner book, but don't necessarily want to schedule them, or if you need to just be able to see what liners are that aren't necessarily scheduled in your shift. When we set up a liner and we allocate a to and from date, that will specify them to turn up in this book if it's within that date. And that is the studio. You can change your days and your shifts just here. And you can see here that there's absolutely nothing scheduled. Beautiful. So that's the studio. Again, if you have any questions, just send us an email, support@audata.io.